Chiwi aita kartong chicha. Agi inko tune chuna molira. Tangi wama jikona. Tonki pa nonku nek abog.
Neon compa cintono mochuba. Loda dita kun. Ita patisa patua kacha tutong. Bagrasha kon tija ko Chubakaha chapa chawachuish yunku. Jodo jit bungarantang.
Kachi kun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pamulera chikun. Semo podona rudiotunga kun kabe.
Tak Miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita.
Lunda di hotonga kun hankabi. Ona kun bez ching palamule. Tunking ba nunote.
Jeda badowana ni di bobo. Chansha bulara. Umrao cheese gaduchi. On chuban yishka yanki. Titoke gratun tag. Bis tu ponko koki bakbaka. Ching pala chiska mule tunarana nu prata tunko achuta.
Tong abol sha umina. Wanga kumbis king palemura.
Witam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata. Kuyami juz chikata na patogaya hulki kokogala chichi. Witam boragatong. Mulira siyang turong ni na potata tuangachun tise. Ke puna. Puna nai chachu. Chingba mulira tawana. Tok chingba no kava dumpa ku palia mukapata. Puna na chaku. Ikung kono Manaman atota. Hakijukrata pola shui chung watana wama mulira kenchunju pashak no bulemu kuyami ju
Lunda di hotonga kun hankabi wana kun bed
Greetings, stranger. My name is Gelroot. Are you a Pazak player by chance? It's so hard for me to find a match now that I've been banned from the Upper City Cantina. You don't have a deck? Well, we can't play unless you have your own deck. Maybe you should go talk to Garuk in the Upper Cantina. He's looking to retire from the game, so he might sell you his deck. He'd probably even throw in a free lesson for you. Just come back and speak to me when you get your deck.
Go away.
Kiska nichu. Kimba muli radwanaji. Kimba no kunikset abog. Kakincha nawabakaon. Tung abashun ni chunchi.
Kipuna. Kavatumpa kulpa iya moka paata. Chiyoka kutumpa kulpa iya.
One.
Oscar. Kiska nichu. Kahupa botenya go GGPT.
Kipuna. Kavatumpa kupalea mukapata. Chiyoka kutumpa kupalea.
Two.
Chiyokaku. Kimba muli radwanaji. Kuyami juski.
Une hudu. Rananu prata do.
Three. Go away. Smart.
I can't wait for the big swoop race. I hear the Vulkers have a new engine that's gonna break all the records.
Huh? What? Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there. My attention was kind of focused on the Twi'lek dancers. Look at them waggle those head tails. I don't normally go for these alien girls, but I've had some bad experiences with my own species lately. Maybe it's time for a change. Know what I mean? My name's Holden. Maybe you've heard of me. I work for Davik Kang. I'm one of his top couriers. Davik's always sending me off planet to deliver and bring back packages. He knows you can trust me to follow my orders to the letter. Plus, I used to be an intergalactic customs agent, so I know all the tricks they use to catch smugglers. That gives me the edge I need on my courier runs. It's not like it's some big secret. It's kind of hard for Davik to keep a low profile when he belongs to a big intergalactic crime syndicate like the Exchange. Davik's ship is the fastest one in the entire quadrant. But even the Ebonhawk can't get off Taris until the quarantine is lifted. The Sith fleet has the planet surrounded. Any ship leaving orbit without proper access codes will be disintegrated by the Sith auto-targeting laser cannons. And those codes are locked safely away in the military base. Davik's pretty upset about it. His smuggling operation isn't making any money. But even with his underworld connections, he can't get his hands on those codes. You're here about that? I guess Zax must have mentioned me to you at the bounty office. Fair enough. I don't care who takes her out. Just so long as the job gets done. I can't let her get away with what she did. That wench tried to cut me with her vibro blade. Because she's crazy. She started screaming that I was making advances, and the next thing I know, she's coming at me with a knife.
Yeah, right. Sounds to me like she was defending herself.
I admit I was drunk. Maybe I got a little fresh. But it was no big deal. She didn't have to cut me. Hey, you weren't there. She totally overreacted. I don't want to waste my time answering a bunch of questions. I'm here to have a few drinks, watch the dancing girls, and enjoy myself. I've got to be mentally ready. Davik's got an assignment for me off-planet as soon as the quarantine ends. Fine by me. That means I get to go back to enjoying the dancing girls.
I told you to leave me alone. So give me some space, Bug-Eye. Your breath smells like bantha poodoo.
Kuyami Juski Chika Nai. Tong Patoga Smaktilia. Tabis Yubong Kuki Pankpa. Tong Dwamaji Human Akun Ikatune.
Who you calling little girl, Chuba Face?
Kubabatu Conchi. She's got a soki Kupa Bona na Chaju.
Just a sec, boys. Zalbar, a little help here? I need you to rip the legs off some insects. Quit complaining. You can finish eating later. Besides, you need the exercise, so get over here.
Kiyokaku! Kimba Mulira Dwanaji. Kuyami Juski Chika Nai. Ubabaska Dwana Chichopa Muska. She's got a soki Kupa Bona na Chaju.
You got a problem with me? Then you got a problem with Big Z. So unless you want to take on my furry friend, I suggest you greenies hop on out of here.
Chubasa! Kimba Mulira Dwanaji. Kama Volpa Mulji Gumaya. Uchua Penki, Tong Dwamaji, Human Akun Ikatune, Chi Itakanki, Chana Kilikon, Chiwaka Itakanki. Ciao basso, chi non morirà in yubo, tonkin ma, no connezza. Patoga yakuri kokara jiji, tinkuin koka, tonhitwa, smilia. Tinkuin koka, patoga yakuri kokara jiji. Ki mulira kun kin, tonhitwa ma akitinko. Topa na ota vokasa. Pampa ki mulira kun king chang Kimba no konik dota Patisa Uba baska doana chichopa muska Kimba nikcha lora kun Kiyuma bachachiska Topa na ota vokasa Kimba no konik Kakincha nawabakon.
This gang war's getting out of hand. Vulkers aren't just attacking the hidden Beks anymore. They go after everyone. I saw Davik's new starship at the spaceport before the quarantine. They say it's the fastest ship on Taris. He calls it the Ebon Hawk. I heard Davik's hired a Mandalorian mercenary to work for him. I didn't know there were any of them left after the Mandalore Wars.
Say, I don't recognize you, and I know pretty much everyone in the lower city. You must be new down here. I guess that makes me and Big Z your official welcoming committee. It's not that strange. Most aliens can speak basic, they just prefer to use their own language. But I grew up here on Taris, so I just sort of got used to speaking the native tongue.
You showed a lot of guts dealing with those Vulkers, kid. You got a name?
My name's Mission Vao, and this big Wookiee is my best friend Zalbar. I'd offer to give you a tour, but the streets down here aren't safe. But if there's anything else you need... We just kind of fell in together. It ain't easy on your own here in the lower city. Everyone's always looking to push you around.
So we noticed. Still, you seem like an odd pair.
When I met up with Zalbar, it seemed like a pretty good match. I knew we could look out for each other. With my street smarts and his muscle, we make a great team. Well, you came to the right person. If you want info on Lower Terrace, I'm the one to talk to. Davik, the Lower City gangs. I even got the scoop on that bounty hunter, Calo Nord. Davik's part of the Intergalactic Crime Syndicate, but I guess everyone knows that. But I hear he's got a new ship for his smuggling operations, the Ebon Hawk. I don't know much about space travel, but I hear that ship's fast enough to break the Sith blockade. Of course, this is all just secondhand rumor.
Where would he keep it, do you know?
If Davik does have a ship, he's got it locked up in his estate. Nobody gets in there, except the people working for Davik and the Exchange. There's only two gangs worth worrying about here in the lower city. The Black Vulkers and the Hidden Beks. Sometimes Zalbar and I hang out at the Bek base. The Beks are led by Gadden Thek. He's a good guy. Lost his sight in a swoop bike accident a few years ago, but even blind, he's a great leader. Not like that traitor Brezhik. Before he took over the Vulkers, he was a Hidden Bek. Gadden considered that ungrateful space slug his adopted son. Calo Nord's one of the most famous bounty hunters in the galaxy. He's killed more people than the Iridian Plague. I've seen him kill people just for trying to talk to him. He hangs around Zak's bounty office, but I don't think he's looking for work there. All the postings there are small time, way beneath a bounty hunter of his caliber. I figure Calo's been hired by Davik to do a special job for the Exchange. I'd wager 1,000 credits that as soon as the quarantine ends, he'll be getting off this rock. You going? Yeah, this dive is pretty boring. No action around here. Come on, Big Z, let's go. Can't you think about something besides your stomach for 5 minutes? Come on. We'll go see if there's anything good to eat at the Bek base.
Chiska nichu, kimba muli radwanaji, kimba no kunitsat abog.
I saw Calo Nord in the tap room. He's a legend in this business. I wonder if he'd give me an autograph.
Kuyami juz chikata na patoga ya hulki kokora jiji. Gawana bota ka chikun ita hodonga. Ikin kuno pamulera chikun. Simo podona. Chi gratulo da pograshi oni un kompa chintono mochuba. Loda ita kun. Ita patisa batua kacha tutong. Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolbabank wale oganda naru chuchu. Chi gratulo da pograshi oni un kompa chintono mochuba. Loda ita kun. Ita Kava dupaku, paliamu kapata, podana chaku, ikun kono pule marachiko. Chanshak bulara, umrao chiska duchi, on chubanjiska, shangji locha wana wama, kava volpa mulji kumuna, kinchu.
Kavadumpa kapalia monapata, bonanakachu. Yin ti umpa dokita. Akti kondo ona chabachisa wanki. Kipuna, bonanakichu. Kinba mulera dwana. Dong kinba no kudnok nek. Kavanumpa kum tangabun shan omnang. Wanga kun bis kinba mulara. Choni yun tun jid. Witi membo rang thong, mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga. King kon shi kakichin awana wamata, nishi la chorga. Rundi I chawa tongbola Johnny Ku, yumawama nibo.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita runda di hotonga kun hangabi.
Genchopa chawi tikchok twis yun kun. Watuyama kama wona henak nek. Bugra shak kuntichi bona na kachu. Kicha badwang. Wanga kun kiba bu mulera kaki.
Tag, is tu ponko kokimak baka. Sing para chiska mule.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin ni kin. Witi membo rang thong. Mulira on shadfori.
Boragatong, mulira siyang turong ni na pota.
Witi membo rang thong. Mulira on shadforing ni patoga wanga.
Chikun ita hodonga, ikin kuno pamul.
Shagji kina lorcha watamwana. Kin kun shishikin ni kin.
Ucha hodonga ya fulke. Chachiska top.
Mokao dang yafoki. Chachis.
Ta kumjus tak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodonga. Dolbabank.
Gigi hakuji lorcha kin kuna. Vamuliri jikun. Witimembo rangthong. Mulira on shaturing ni patoga wanga chonzi tse.
Kipona, ona nakacho, kachicho naisaodunga, taukum rundi haudunga tongkimbana. Chioka kolmolera, quien conjo pesha, nova moleraji. Kachicho naisaodunga. Taukum justak mikedrabilmo, cibeduana ni bobo, tonmanun shanungan. Lagoda na winkis matoma, yinkin slimo podona. Kachicho naisaodunga, taukum justak mikedrabilmoga. Tuttul badabun kweyagando danago chuchut. Kawana buta out. Paris manaris. Donjone
I can't see anything wrong with getting rid of people like that, as long as we don't end up on the list of their victims.
Tumiramano prata tuncho. Searcha toma toma.
Okay, I don't know about Davik's special contracts. Justice is one thing, but doing a crime lord's dirty work is something else.
Yinkin slimo podonam, yimnova mulera kin konchikun, muchashak pampa. Jibeduana ni bobo, tongman unsha.
Tulpada mungwe gandota nago chuchut. Kawana muta awiyat tonga buksha umemong. Kavavoy pamysli kumanabak mulira. Juni. Tumiranna prata tunjo searcha toma. Kavavoy pamyl taris manaris. Donjoni ahakono mulera. Tawana rota ayut tagwa. Kankidora nai labula na rinkis matoma. Yinkin slimo podona mulera chikun. Nova rundi hatunga kuhunkabi. Tonga. Tavapu. Tongato. Jibeduana ni bobo. Tonga.
Hey, you can't just walk in here. This is the Hidden Beck base. How do I know you're not a Vulker spy sent to kill Gadon Feck? A lot of people want to go inside and speak to Gadon. He's a hero of the common folk. But the days of the Hidden Beck's open-door policy are gone. Between the Sith conquest and the Vulker gang war, Gadon has more enemies than he used to. We're being careful about who we let in now. Well, we do need all the help we can get. And you don't look like you're with the Vulkers or the Sith. Besides, it's not like you can do anything to harm Gadon in the heart of his own base. Not with Zedra watching his back. Go in and speak to Gadon if you want. Just remember to be on your best behavior. The Hidden Becks are watching you.
What?
You guys are behind with your payments. What do you think just because you're in some gang, you don't have to give Davik his cut?
Kavatumpa kunpa yiya mokapata. Bonanay kachu. Yinkin kunoba mulirachi kun. Tongna bunshan yunyang. Kavavulpa mulchi kamana.
Ronda dijo tonga kun.
Ah, so you want to play this the hard way? Okay.
Tunipudu. Rana no prata don't no sercha. Ichua penki.
Watana wama mulira. Kenchunju barshak. No wabule muliraji. Jonitun turji chiwi itado. Bona una dichek. Palamure slimo wanga kun bisching.
I knew you boys would see reason. Now get out of here.
Too bad. I was looking forward to cracking some heads.
Maybe next time, Canderous. I better get this over to Davik. I'll call you if anyone else gets behind on their payments.
Those Vulkers are dumber than a Coruscant granite slug. They actually think being in that pathetic little gang of theirs makes them important. Gadon keeps his hidden Beks in line, but Brezhik's getting dreams of grandeur. If Davik's smart, he'll slap that young punk back down. I'm someone you don't want to get on the bad side of. And I'm not one for small talk. I don't have time to stick around here anyway. Davik's got me working on a special assignment.
Time to rumble!
Official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came. You can't. Not unless you're on official Sith business. And if you were, someone would have already given you the papers. I'm not here to answer your questions. My orders are to guard the elevator. Now either show me the proper security papers or move along. Good. I don't have time for this foolishness. Down here we run a tight ship, not like the slipshod operations in the upper city.
Chiwi aita ka chong chicha. Agi inko tune chunamuri ra. Tangi wama jiko na. Donki pa nonku nek abog. Chiyokaku. Kinba muli ra dwanaji. Kuyami juski chika nai. Uba baska dwana chichopa muska. Jiska da soki kupa bona na chachu.
Here's a bounty on your little green heads. I'm here to collect.
Just grunky to patslimo. Chi itakanki channa kilikon. Kinba muli ra dwanaji. Kinba noku nikset abog.
That's the plan.
problem. Didn't work.
Ready. On it. Damn!
Sure. No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Got it.
Stop right there, or I'll give you a blaster shot right between the eyes. Now, what are you doing here? No, I'm the one with the blaster pointed at you. I get to ask the questions. What are you doing here? Well, go explore somewhere else. There's nothing interesting for you here. This is your only warning. If you bother me again, you won't walk out of here alive. I gave you a chance to get out of here and leave me alone, but I guess you're just too stupid to take it. Now you'll see why I'm the most dangerous assassin on Taris.
Down you go!
Ready? Yes? No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work. No problem. Didn't work.
Manaman otota, hakkijukrata pula shwit.
Puntas del Hielfa, Ufter del Cliff.
Kavadumpa ku paliamu kapata, punana. Manaman otota, hakki.
Hold it right there. Who are you, and what is your business with Gaddon?
Calm down, Zerdra. Nobody's going to try anything here in the middle of our own base. It would be a suicide mission.
You're too trusting, Gaddon. Brejik and his Vulkars want you dead. Anyone we don't know is a potential threat, and it's my job to make sure you're safe.
Do you want us to start attacking strangers on sight, Zerdra? Like the Vulkars do? I will never let it come to that. Now step aside and let them pass.
As you wish. You can speak to Gaddon if you want, but I've got my eye on you. You try anything and you'll be vaporized before you can say Vulkar spy. You can speak to Gaddon if you want, but I've got my eye on you.
You'll have to forgive Zerdra. Ever since Brejik and the Vulkars began this war against us, she's been a little overzealous in her security duties. The problems with the Sith haven't helped things. Zerdra seems to forget that I know how to look after myself. Now, how can I help you? A foreign army invades Taris, declares martial law, and locks down all travel to and from the planet? You damn well bet I have a problem with that. If the Sith ever moved in down here, all the swoop gangs would unite against them. We'd use hit-and-run guerrilla tactics to pick them off. Their casualties would be enormous.
Don't fool yourself. The Sith would never commit to that kind of operation. They'd probably do something much more grand and deadly.
But so far, the Sith have stayed out of the lower city, and our strength is wasted on this stupid gang war. I tried to explain this to Brejik, but he and his Vulkars won't listen. The escape pods? You know, I heard the Sith have been asking around the upper city about them as well. But you don't look like you're with the Sith.
They might be spies, Gaddon. They might be working for the Sith.
Calm down, Zerdra. If the Sith thought we knew anything useful, they'd have a battalion of troops kicking down our door. No, I think this off-worlder has his own agenda. I suppose I could tell you what I know. It's not like it could do any harm to me or my gang. But it might cause problems for the Vulkars, and that's okay in my book. The Vulkars stripped those pods clean within hours after they landed. It's too bad we didn't get there first, considering what my spies reported the Vulkars found. A female Republic officer named Bastila survived the crash. We Beks don't believe in intergalactic slavery, but the Vulkars aren't so picky. They took her prisoner. Normally, the Vulkars would take a captured slave and sell them for a nice profit to Davik, or an off-world slaver. But a Republic officer is no ordinary catch.
I still think Bastila's just a Republic officer. That could work to our advantage. Maybe she'll even figure out a way to escape from the Vulkar base on her own.
She's too valuable to leave with the Vulkar scum at the base. Brejik's probably got your Republic friend hidden away somewhere safe until the big swoop race. You'll never find her. I'm afraid your friend has become a pawn in Brejik's game to take over the lower city. He's offered her up as the Vulkar's share of the prize in the annual swoop gang race. By putting up such a valuable prize, Brejik hopes to win the loyalty of some of the smaller gangs. Their numbers will allow him to finally destroy me and my followers.
So how do you propose we go about rescuing Bastila then? Well, we can't fight all the gangs.
The only hope you have of rescuing Bastila is to somehow win the big season opener of the swoop race. I might be able to help you with this, if you'd be willing to help us. We both have something to gain here, and much to lose. The swoop race is for the lower city gangs only. I could sponsor you as a rider for the Hidden Beks this year. If you win the race, you'll win your friend's freedom. But first, you have to do something for me. My mechanics have developed an accelerator for a swoop engine. A bike with the accelerator installed can beat any other swoop out there. But the Vulkars stole the prototype from us. They plan to use it to guarantee a victory in this year's swoop race. I need you to break into their base and steal it back. Getting into the Vulkar base won't be easy. The front doors are locked tight. But I know someone who might be able to get you in the back way. Mission Vao.
Mission? Gaddon, you can't be serious. She's just a kid. How is she supposed to help them with this?
Mission's explored every step of every back alley in the lower city. Plus, she knows the undercity sewers better than anyone. If anyone can get inside the Vulkar base, it's her. She and her Wookiee friend Zalbar are always looking to stir up a little excitement. They like to go exploring in the Undercity, despite the dangers. Your best bet is to look for her in the Undercity, but you'll need some way past the Sith guard post at the elevator. A simple disguise might have worked on the upper city card, but the security down here is much tougher. You'll need the proper papers to get past it. Luckily, my gang ambushed one of the Sith patrols headed down to the Undercity. They never made it, and their security papers fell into my hands. Since we're working together now, I suppose I could give them to you in exchange for your uniforms. With the security papers, you won't need a disguise anyway. Good choice. Thanks for the uniforms. You won't need them with these security papers anyway. Now, is there anything else I can do for you? Your time would probably be better spent going after the prototype swoop engine the Vulkars stole from us. But I'll answer your questions if I can.
Very tactful. Are you itching for a fight or something?
How dare you? I should kill you where you stand.
Calm down, Zerdra. I'm not ashamed of what I've become. As you can see, I lost my eyes in a swoop racing crash. I rely on these artificial replacements to see now. But my blindness was not the worst consequence of my accident. My affliction was what eventually led to this war between my Beks and the Vulkars. When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed I would step down as leader of the Hidden Beks and let Brejik, my most trusted follower, take over. But with my ocular implants, I can still see well enough to lead this gang, and I knew Brejik wasn't ready to take over yet. Unfortunately, Brejik didn't agree with me. In a rage, he left to join our arch-rivals, the Black Vulkars. A lot of the younger gang members followed him, and soon he and his followers had taken control of the Vulkar gang. Brejik is a proud man. My decision was a public humiliation for him. Maybe if I had stepped down, this gang war could have been avoided.
Don't fool yourself, Gadden. Brejik wants to control the lower city gangs. If you'd stepped down, he'd have led the Beks against the Vulkars. He wanted this war, one way or another.
I know you're right, Zerdra. Brejik won't rest until I am dead and the Beks are no more. But it's hard to accept the truth of his betrayal. Your time would probably... A foreign army invades if the Sith ever moved in.
Don't fool yourself.
But so far, your time... When I lost my sight in the swoop bike accident, everyone assumed but with my inner rage... Brejik is a proud man. My decision was...
Don't fool yourself.
Your time... Not while the Sith quarantine is in place. Even the fastest smuggler ships can't break the blockade of the fleet surrounding the planet without the proper launch codes. Any ship leaving the Terrace atmosphere without the proper codes would be instantly disintegrated by blaster cannons, fired by the Sith fleet's automated targeting systems. Your time would... I suggest you hurry. The swoop race is coming up, and we want you to have time to practice before the race.
No problem. Didn't work.
you're a civilian. Only those with official Sith business are allowed into the Undercity. Unless you've got the proper security papers, you better just turn around and go back the way you came. Let me see. Yeah, these look to be in order. Okay, you can go down if you want. Can't say I envy you, though. The Undercity is crawling with mutants. Racghouls, they call them. If you see anything moving down there, shoot first and ask questions later.
You there, Upworlder! Anyone using this elevator has to pay the toll.
Yeah, this is our elevator. If you use it, you gotta give us something.
I don't believe this planet. Even the beggars are trying to shake us down.
5 credits! That's what it costs to use our elevator. 5 credits! We are the outcasts, banished and reviled by those who dwell above.
Here in the filth and darkness, we claw out a wretched existence, scavenging and begging just to survive long enough to see another wretched day.
This is our village. We live here in the Undercity. You have to pay us 5 credits for using our elevator. Credits, my brother! We have credits. Now we can buy food and medicine.
Hush, or the others will hear us. They'll want our credits. We have to hide them.
Go on, you two. Get out of here. I'm sorry about that. Those 2 beggars give everyone in the village a bad name. We aren't all like that, you know. Most of us are good people.
I'm sure you are, miss. It's just too bad your little welcoming committee is here to give people a bad first impression.
My name is Shalina. You're from the Upworld, aren't you? I've never seen it. I was born here in the Undercity. Is it as nice as they say up there? I suppose our world doesn't look like much to you. It's dark and cold and lonely down here, but this is the only world I've ever known. I've never been to the surface, but sometimes I think I can see it in my dreams. The sun, the sky, the stars. It all sounds so wonderful. Gendar, the leader of our village, tells me I should spend more time trying to improve things down here and less time dreaming about something I can never have. Maybe he's right. You probably think I'm a fool, having dreams of a place I've never even seen. But when I was little, Rukil used to tell me stories of what it was like up there. Rukil is the oldest man in the village. The kids call him Rukil Wrinkleskin, but he's a kind man. He used to tell me the greatest stories when I was a little girl. I still like to listen to his tales about the Promised Land, even though I know they're just legends, but it helps to make the Undercity seem less dark somehow. It's just a story to make little children smile. Rukil believes in it, though. Sometimes I can almost believe it myself, but then I look around and see the ugly truth. I guess we have to make the best of what we have, though. If you really want to learn more about the Promised Land, you should speak to Rukil. He's wandering around somewhere on the south side of the village. He doesn't move too far. He's hard on his bones. He's over 100 years old. The children laugh at him, and people think he's crazy because of his stories about the Promised Land, but he's really just a kind old man. He'll be somewhere in the village. I couldn't say where for sure. He's always busy doing whatever he can to make the lives of the other villagers easier. I don't know anything about that, but maybe Gendar could help you. Sorry. Is there anything else you need? There were quite a few people from the surface marching through the village, but none of them bothered to talk to me. Gendar might know more about them. Well, I was born here for starters. My parents were outcasts, banished to the Undercity for some crime or other.
They never really like to talk about it. Everyone here is an outcast. Or the descendants of one. It's tough down here, but we survive. I guess it's easier for me since I've never known anything different. Some of the people have given up all hope. They've become bitter and depressed, but most of us are good people, despite what our ancestors may have done. Gendar could probably tell you more, or maybe Rukil. You could talk to them if you want. Oh, okay. Well, if you ever need anything, or if you just feel like talking, come back and see me. I hardly ever get a chance to speak to someone from the upworld.
Wait, Upworlder! You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back. I am Isala, healer of this village. I use my knowledge and what little resources we have to care for the outcasts who are sick or injured. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate. The villagers infected with the rakghoul disease are quarantined beyond this gate. It's only a matter of time until they transform into horrible creatures that would destroy us all.
So you just lock them away in a cage?
For the sake of the village, we have to keep the infected ones locked away. And when they finally do transform into rakghouls, we'll let them destroy each other. If you have questions, you should speak to Gendar. He's the leader of this village. All my attention has to stay focused on trying to ease the suffering of those within the village. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side of this gate. If you have questions, you should speak to Gendar. He's the leader of this village. All my attention has to stay focused on trying to ease the suffering of those within the village. But despite my medical training, there is nothing I can do to help the poor souls locked on the other side. Farewell.
You come from the world above. Is this the time of destiny, then? Is this a portent of the salvation of my people? Or merely another false sign to mislead us from the path? Are you the herald of prophecy, the beacon to guide us through the darkness? Or are you merely another harbinger of shattered dreams and unfulfilled promises?
Be careful. This one might be crazy enough to be dangerous.
Speak to me, Upworlder. Tell me what fate you unleash upon us. Salvation or damnation? Speak, Upworlder, I beg you! A question. You are uncertain, bewildered, perplexed. Understandable, I suppose. Even after 100 years of life, I myself still become confused at times. Perhaps I can make things more clear. Some things, at least. My name is Rukil, the oldest outcast here in the village. Rukil Wrinkleskin, the children call me sometimes. Once I was honored for my wisdom, but over time the villagers fell away from the true path. Eventually there was only a single apprentice who followed me, and now she is gone too. No, not yet. I must be wary. Careful. You may be a false savior. Dare I share my secrets with you? No, not until you prove yourself. My apprentice is lost. I sent her out into the Undercity to find... Well, I cannot tell you. Not yet. Sadly, my apprentice has not returned. Please, Upworlder, will you help an old man? will you seek out my apprentice in the Undercity? Her name is Malia. I must know of her fate, whatever it may be. I must know what she found. Finding her may be difficult. Malia could be anywhere in the Undercity. But if you will find her, I will know you to be our true savior. Only then can I reveal my secret knowledge to you. I wish you luck, Upworlder. Come speak to me again once you have discovered the fate of my apprentice.
Greetings, Upworlder. We rarely see your kind here in the Undercity. I find it strange that so many of you have come down from the surface recently.
No offense, but I can see why people normally avoid this place.
Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there something you need of me or my village? I will help you however I can. We are the outcasts, shunned from the surface for our crimes and banished here to the Undercity. We banded together to form this village that we might survive in this hostile environment. I am Gendar, leader of this village, as my father was and as was his father before him. Many of us have been here for generations, our ancestors cast down long ago. There is no return to the surface for us or our descendants, but somehow we managed to survive amidst the filth and roaming bands of deadly racghouls. The racghouls are monsters, hideous mutations who feast on the flesh of our villagers. Their diseased jaws can infect those they attack, transforming the victim into one of those abominations. We know of no cure for the disease, and for the good of the village, we must banish any who become infected, lest they transform and turn on us. Ask your questions, Upworlder. I will answer to the best of my knowledge, though I know little beyond the borders of the Undercity. Yes, I have seen this Twi'lek many times, though I've never spoken to her. She and her Wookiee companion often pass through our village on their way to explore the sewers. There are two entrances into the sewers from the Undercity. One to the northeast of our village, the other to the southeast. But the sewers are dangerous, Upworlder. If you dare to travel those dark tunnels, you would be wise to go heavily armed, unless you wish to become a meal for the racghouls and the other foul creatures. Ask your questions, Upworld. Our village has seen many visitors from the surface recently. Armored troops, swoop gang members, mercenaries. They come to search our sunless world. They're even searching the sewers. As you wish, Upworlder. Should you have need of anything else, come speak to me. I represent the entire village and I will do my best to help you however I can.
You ain't from the village. You're from the Upworld, ain't you? Yes, you've got credits, I bet.
Watch yourself. There's something slimy about this guy. I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him.
My name's Saigir. I run a little salvage shop here. You want to buy something from my store? I got some good deals. If a villager comes across any useful salvage in the Undercity, they bring it to me. Every so often, members from the lower city gangs come down to trade for the salvage. They'll exchange food and medicine for engine parts, old blasters and the like. Sometimes they even give me credits if I have some really good stuff. Oh, you better ask Gendar. He's the spokesman for the village. I just run the store. I don't want to make him mad by answering any questions. Gendar already doesn't like me. Gendar seems to think I should share the profits of my store with the whole village. He figures we're all in this together, so it should be share and share alike. But I'm the one who runs the store. I'm the one who makes the deals. The others just bring me salvage to trade with the Upworlders. Why should they get anything? Hey! You don't know what it's like down here. I have to claw and scrape to survive. Nobody else will look out for me. But Gendar doesn't agree with my philosophy. He caught me hoarding supplies a while back. I figured I'd wait until food was scarce and then I could offer it to people who'd follow me instead of Gendar. Then I'd be the leader. But Gendar made me share my hoard. Ever since then, he hasn't trusted me. He keeps me around because of my store, though. Without it, this village wouldn't stand a chance. It ain't the best stuff. Mostly salvage and such, but the prices are right.
Welcome back, Upworlder. I'm surprised to see you again. Many of your kind have passed through our village recently, but few have bothered to speak with me or my people. Why have you come into this dark and sunless place? Is there... As you wish, Upworld.
Hurry, Hindar! Hurry! I can hear it coming!
He'll never make it. He's doomed. I told him he was a fool to leave the village.
He will make it. Run, Hindar, run!
Open the gate! Quickly! There isn't much time!
I can't! The racghouls are too close!
The mutants will kill him if you don't open the gate!
And if I open the gate, they'll kill us all!
No! You can't do this! It isn't fair! Please, make him open the gate. Hindar will die if he doesn't.
I can't open the gate. Not while the racghouls are so near. You'd risk your life for a stranger? You're brave, Upworlder. I'll open the gate for you, but you gotta be quick. In a few seconds, I must close and lock it again.
You asked for this! How'd you like that?
I can't thank you enough for saving me, Upworlder. If I had anything but these rags on my back, it would be yours. But we have nothing.
I still have you, Hindar. That's all I need. Let's go back to the village.
Thank you for saving Hendar. You are braver than I, Upworlder. Maybe we outcasts have lived too long in selfish fear. Perhaps we can learn a lesson from your brave actions. But enough of my ramblings. Is there something you need, Upworlder? I'm Trellin, from the Outcast Village. It's my job to guard the gates, and see they are locked to protect us from the racghouls. I just guard the gates. Gendar is the leader of the village, Upworlder. You should speak to him if you have any questions. Goodbye, Upworlder.
Please, you have to help me. Nobody else is gonna help me. Even the Becks won't help me. But I can't just leave him there. He's my friend. You'll help me, won't you? It's Zalbar. He's in trouble. Big trouble. We have to help him. If we don't, they'll sell him into slavery. Me and Zalbar, we were just wandering around here in the Undercity. You know, looking for stuff we could find, just kind of exploring. We do it all the time.
I guess with a Wookiee at your side, you've got to figure you can handle the odd racghoul attack.
Only this time, they were waiting for us. Gamorrean slave hunters. We didn't even have a chance to run. Big Z threw himself at him and then roared for me to run. I took off. I figured Zalbar would be right behind me. But there were too many of them. He couldn't get away. They're going to sell him to a slaver, I just know it. I don't know for sure, but those Gamorreans like to hang out in the sewers. The stink reminds them of home, I guess. That's probably where they took Big Z. I can't ask Gadden. He's always telling me not to go into the Undercity. He says it's too dangerous with the racghouls and Gamorreans and all. He'll never send his Becks down there. It's a deal. As soon as we get Big Z back, I'll show you a way into that Vulker base. Now come on! We have to find Zalba before they sell him to slavers, or worse.
Do you know where he's being kept?
The Gamorreans make their camps in the sewers. I bet that's where we'll find Zalbar. And that's where I'll show you the secret entrance into the Vulker compound. Huh?
Don't move. I'm not afraid to use this blaster if I have to.
Settle down, kid. We've already lost enough men to those damn racghouls. The last thing we need now is more casualties from a needless firefight. By the looks of you, I'd say you're down here for the same reason we are. To salvage something from those downed Republic space pods. Let me give you some advice. Forget about it. Do yourself a favor and just head back from where you came. This isn't a good place to stand around chatting. The Undercity is crawling with racghouls. I've already lost a half a dozen men to those monsters.
Candace, I heard something. Over there, in the shadows. Sounded like a racghoul.
Looks like we've got company. Get those blasters ready, boys. I
Let's go!
Damn. I told Davik this salvage mission was a bad idea. His men aren't trained for this kind of thing, and I can't babysit them all. Okay, boys. We're getting out of here before I lose anyone else. I can't carry all this salvage back by myself. You'd be smart to get out of here as well. Even if you can handle the racghouls, I doubt there's anything worth finding anymore. Davik sent me down here with this motley crew to scavenge whatever we could from the Republic escape pods that crashed during the recent battle overhead. But the lower city gangs got here first. Anything worthwhile in those Republic pods is probably in their hands by now. Davik won't like that. What are you, an off-worlder? Everyone knows Davik. He's a member of the Exchange. You know, the interstellar crime syndicate. Smuggling, gambling, extortion. Davik controls it all here on Taris. That's why I'm working for him. But lately, the lower city gangs have been giving my boss some trouble. This isn't really the best place to have these kinds of conversations, but I guess I could spare a couple of seconds for you. After all, you did help us out with those racghouls. The lower city is overrun with gangs, but the two most important ones are the Hidden Beks and the Black Vulkars. Used to be the Beks were the big dog and kept the others in line. But lately the Black Vulkars are moving in on Bek turf and challenging them for control. The Vulkars are even starting to defy Davik. Take these escape pods, for example. Everyone knew Davik would want first crack at them. But I know for a fact those damn Vulkars have already sent their own salvage party down here. Come on, boys, let's move out!
Sure.
How'd you like that?
Huh?
What?
Help me. Please. I can feel it inside my skin. Something growing. Like some kind of hideous disease. No! No! I can feel it! Ah!
Here! You asked for this!
Take that!
You there, civilian. This is a restricted area. What are you doing down here? Security papers. Oh, you're one of those trackers the commander sent down, right? They should have given you an armed escort. It's nasty down here. We've already lost one patrol. We figure the racghouls got them. We've had so many encounters with those things, we've actually run out of racghoul serum. Plus, we've had several skirmishes with looters from those lower city swoop gangs. I'm telling you, we should just stay in the upper city where we're in control. Oh, is that why you're down here? Search and rescue? I didn't think they'd send anyone. They were in the southern section of the Undercity when we lost contact. I would have gone to investigate, but my orders are to search for those crashed escape pods, even if it means leaving another patrol to die. Hey, I'd never disobey my orders. I'm not a fan of court-martials and executions. I was just talking, you know. Nothing anyone has to mention to the commander. Come on, patrol, let's get back to it. The sooner we get this search done, the sooner we can get out of this mutant-infested hole. Move out.
Here! How'd you like that?
Hey, Karth. You're a pilot for the Republic, right? You've been all over the galaxy, I bet, right? So tell me, how would you rate Taris compared to other worlds you've seen?
To be honest, Mission, Taris would rate pretty low. The prejudice, the rich spoiling themselves while the poor are crushed beneath them, it's not a pretty picture.
Yeah, but that's only since the Sith occupation. Before that, well, I guess it wasn't all that different, really. Maybe Taris ain't as great as I thought, you know?
Trust me, Mission, there are a lot of worlds better than Taris. There are worse, too, but Taris is no place for a kid to live on her own. Even a kid who's got a Wookiee to look out for.
Hey, I ain't no kid. I look out for Zalbar as much as he looks out for me. Big C's my friend, not my babysitter. Geez, I come ask you a question, you give me a lecture.
Don't you snap at me, Missy. You want a lecture? How's this? Only bratty little children fly off the handle because of a simple comment.
I don't have to listen to you, Karth. You ain't my father, though you're sure old enough to be. So keep your lectures inside your withered old head, 'cause I don't need 'em.
And I sure as hell don't need this. Look, let's just drop it and get back to what we were doing. Let's go!
Huh?
No problem. Didn't work.
That energy shield leads to another section of the sewers. The entrance to the Vulker base is somewhere past there. I've got the codes to lower the shield, but we have to rescue Zalbar from those Gamorrean slavers. Don't worry, we can come back after we find Big Z. Take that!
Sure.
Yeah?
Yes?
Look at this. This is one of those old-style manual locks. No computer code to nothing. The sewers is the only place you can see one of these on Taris. You can't use conventional security spikes on these old locks. But don't worry. I've come across them before. I've rigged up a little device that should do the trick. I'm glad to see you too, Big Z. You didn't think I'd forget about you. Mission and Zalbar, together forever. These are my new friends, Big Z. Without them, I could never have got you out. Zalbar will be with you. I guess this means you're stuck with me, too. Wherever Big Z goes, I'm going. I almost lost him once. It's not gonna happen again. So, I guess I still owe you one secret packet for the Vulker base. That was the deal, wasn't it? Don't worry. I know a back door into that scum den. I better come with you. The Vulkers put up a force shield to keep the sewer dwellers out. I'm one of the only non-Vulkers on Taris who can get you past it. I can't remember exactly how to get there, but I know it was somewhere here in the sewers. Over to the northeast, if I remember right. I just hope the Rancor monster isn't still there.
There used to be a Rancor monster that made its nest in that part of the sewers. Pretty much eats anything it can get its claws on. That thing is huge! Luckily, Rancors aren't too bright. I was able to sneak past it before, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. That is, unless you want to change your mind. Okay then, off we go. Like I said, somewhere to the southeast. Just look for the force shield, and we'll know we're there.
No problem. Didn't work.
Huh?
Ready?
Yeah? Gotcha. Simple.
What? No problem. Got it.
Hey Karth, can I talk to you for a second?
Are you ready to have a civil chat? Or is this gonna be another childish tantrum?
Tantrum? I'm trying to apologize, you nerf herder. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get mad at you. It's just that I'm sick of everyone treating me like I'm a helpless kid.
Yeah, I know. And I'm sorry about what I said too. I'm just a little on edge lately. Not surprising considering all we've been through, but I shouldn't take it out on you. Mission, you have to know that we don't think you're helpless. I mean, look where we are. Look at what we're doing. You're not just along for the ride. We need you.
You really mean it, don't you? Nobody's ever said anything like that to me before. Not even Big Z. He might think it, but he's not really one for words, you know. Thanks, Karth.
Well, it's no big deal. I mean, I know how it is. Sometimes you just need to hear a few words of encouragement. Kids are like that.
Kids are like that? Listen, you... Oh, I get it. Okay, you got me. You're pretty funny, Karth. For an old guy. Come on, geezer. Let's get back to what we were doing.
You